Hello and welcome to the OzSpot, GameSpot AU's brand new podcast. It's so brand new that this is only the second edition. Thanks for joining us. My name is Randolph Ramsey. With me is Dan Chiappini. G'day, Dan.
G'day, Randy.
And we also have a very special guest from our UK offices. We've got Guy Cocker with us. Hey, Guy.
I'm alright, how are you?
No, I'm not bad, mate.
You didn't ask me how I was. I'm alright though, I'm telling you.
I said hello.
No, I did.
How
I just launched in and said I'm feeling good.
Uh,
I'm feeling good
okay.
because I'm relaxed after E3.
Really? Yeah, and actually we're, speaking of E3, we're all here in San Francisco right now, just after our big E3 week last week, which I'm sure you guys saw all over the site. So this podcast, well, we're going to be talking a lot about E3, what we saw, what our impressions were, and what the big news that came out of the show was.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now, I guess one of the biggest sort of news pieces to come out was Sony and its decision to not drop the price of the PS3 in Europe and in Australia. Can you tell us a bit more about that, Guy? You actually spoke to David Reeves, the head of Sony in Europe, straight after the announcement.
Yeah, that's true. Well, he made this disappointing announcement, didn't he, that the US is going to get $100 off its 60 gigabyte model, and they'd be launching a 80 gigabyte PlayStation 3 in America for $599.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
US dollars, which equates to about £300 in the UK. I don't know what that is in.
$599 will be about $750, $800.
Which is a lot less than what it's in.
It is, because it's $1,000 right now.
Yeah. So then, about 2 days, I think, no, maybe a day after the announcement of that American price drop, David Reeves held a Sony Europe conference. It was we were all there. And he said there was going to be no price drop for Europe or Australia.
And we're getting those bundles instead.
Yeah, we're getting MotorStorm and Resistance Fall of Man and 2 wireless controllers, but that might actually alter slightly depending on the area of the country. I don't know, you guys might get. Are there any cricket games? There's no cricket games.
No, only in the 360, but I'm pretty sure that, Sony's not going to bundle that with their PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I guess the big kerfuffle after that was when David actually let slip that the $499 version of the PS3 in America was actually being discontinued.
Yeah. Well, he also said in the announcement that the 80 gigabyte version wasn't coming to Europe or Australia. But then he said off the record when I was interviewing him that he said let's be clear, what the Americans are doing, they're dropping the 60 gigabyte version to make way for the 80 gigabyte version. So basically, this $499 price cut is a temporary measure to get rid of the 60 gigabyte model, which is all but being discontinued, I think, in line with the new model coming in. So he said that off the record, and he said it to quite a few other journalists on the night. And then I think the next day, which was Friday, I think it was Kaz Hirai to do some damage control and say, yeah, this is what's happening, but just clarify that they're dropping the 60 gigabyte model.
Yeah, that was it's less of a price drop really than a all stock must go price reduction.
Sale.
Yeah,
out the door.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure that according to our forums anyway, most of the people, most of the game spotters in Australia aren't really happy with A, not getting the price drop, and B, not getting this 80 gigabyte model.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm sure the UK fans are thinking much the same thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's different issues. Like, I mean, anyone with even a small knowledge of computers will realise that 20 gigabytes is nothing in computing terms. If you were really that bothered, you could buy a massive hard drive, like 500 gigabytes for, I don't know, about £80. I don't know what that is in Australian dollars. But I mean,
it's like 10,000 Australian
dollars. It's
lots. Yeah, the exchange rate's great. Yeah.
So that's not so much of an issue. What's more of an issue is that Europe and Australia get the PS3 so late anyway, and then they get a technically inferior model with the Emotion engine taken out, and then they don't get a price cut. I mean, I mean, Sony had a good E3 generally, but I think for European and Australian gamers, it's just bad news. They should be knocking the price down by now.
Which is a pity, really, because Sony actually had a pretty good E3 up until that announcement that came in late in the week. I thought they had a pretty good games lineup. I thought their show was one of the better ones. Now, Dan and I actually went to the big Microsoft press conference. And yeah, it started okay, but it sort of fell a bit flat in the end, didn't it, Dan?
Yeah, they mostly hyped the exclusive titles for the 360 platform. They talked a lot about the live content some of the partnerships they've got with the US TV and movie studios, which I don't think we'll see any of. And some of the Xbox Live Arcade games that are coming to the 360 this year.
And of course, their big thing was Halo. They started the show with Halo. They had Halo bits in the middle, and they had a Halo bit at the end, where they showed off the brand new trailer for the game. So it was very much a Halo-focused event for Microsoft.
Yeah. I mean, the game looks good. Jason, who previewed, did you see it at the show or not?
No, I didn't get to.
No, I didn't get a chance to see it either. But Jason said graphically it's looking good as well, because there were some concerns about the multiplayer beta not looking as great as recent Xbox 360 releases. While the game looks really good, I love the when Peter Moore got the Xbox 360 Green edition, and you could, I mean, the audio was just complete meh. It was just no one was bothered about that. It was horrible. It was horrific.
Yeah,
but
it wasn't a good way to end the conference.
No, I think maybe it was a bit too soon after they just released the Xbox 360 Elite as well, in the US at least. So yeah, that was. I mean, and him playing on Rock Band was the low points of that conference.
Well, I was actually quite amused by Peter Moore rocking out to Rock Band, because at least he had a sense of humour about it, even though he wasn't actually hitting any notes.
He kept pausing the game.
That's
just, oh god.
Yeah, what did you guys think of the Nintendo press conference?
I saw a bit of it. I was a bit disappointed that Miyamoto came on stage to only reveal Wii Fit, which is, I mean, I played it. It seems like a good idea, and it's probably going to kind of imitate that success that Wii Sports had. But I think everyone was expecting him to show a bit more Mario Galaxy or something new.
Because they kept the Super Mario Galaxy and the new Zelda for the DS. They kept that for a separate sort of press conference, a roundtable later on in the week, which was sort of strange to not unveil one of your key platform titles in your major press conference. But I guess that's Nintendo's aim of trying to embrace more casual gamers with the Wii, because Wii Fit is certainly not a hardcore gamer's game, really.
I mean, yeah, they had to announce Wii Fit. It's more the fact that they got Shigeru Miyamoto to do that. Whereas Miyamoto's known for Zelda and Mario and the really kind of good heritage stuff that Nintendo has. But I understand why they did Wii Fit, because it was in all the kind of USA Today papers and stuff. It's a good mainstream story, and that's where they're having a lot of. That's where they say they're having a lot of success anyway.
Yeah.
But
so you like the look of Wii Fit?
Yeah, I had a quick play on it. Like you said, behind the closed doors in the hotel. It's good. The sensing technology seems really accurate, even though it said my balance was. When they said in the press conference, people who are like overweight, got big bellies, they lean their weight backwards, and that's exactly what the machine said I was doing.
Really?
And it said it did the little me character, and it adapted what I looked like. My me character put a real belly on him. I don't know what it was. The sensing technology was completely off. Obviously with my.
I'm pretty sure I don't need. I'm pretty sure I don't need my Wii to tell me I'm overweight. So
it might still be prototype though.
Well, it could be, but
it looks fairly. I mean, the sensing technology. There's no like infrared or anything. Well, I don't know how it links up to the Wii itself. It's wireless and it takes batteries, but it's all based on weight and balance. So all the exercises are based on where you shift your balance to. So there's a great little game where you're doing the ski jump. The crazy where you ski through the air, and you have to shift your weight forward and like a skier, and then jump off it, and then put your weight back down and spread it and put it back down. So it's good. It seems to be in a fairly advanced state of development.
Is it due out this year?
Yes, in Japan. It's due out before the end of the year in Japan, and early next year in the US and Europe.
Okay, and then probably 2012 for Australia. Yeah, look forward to that, because we still have our N64s being sold.
Yeah.
But yeah, as everyone knows, E3's format actually changed quite a lot this year. It was a lot lower, I guess, in scope. And in scale. In previous years, they took up a few halls in the LA Convention Center. This time, it was essentially Barker Hangar, and a lot of hotel suites. So, what were your guys' impressions? Was this a better E3, or was this did you prefer the bigger, the crazier formats of yesteryear?
Well, here's the thing for me. The watershed moment for me of E3 this year was going to the Barker Hangar and seeing on the first day how quiet it was. So